Well, hey there, welcome to this video. It's video number 4 in the Speak Like a Leader YouTube series on public speaking. We want to be able to give you some free training videos to be able to help you elevate the importance and practice of healthy communication skills in your life and leadership. We want to give you some really practical public speaking skills. So the first couple videos, we've been talking about our health. We've been talking about why we should invest, giving you the overview of the pathway. Now we want to start talking about the difference between speaking with or speaking at people. Speaking with or speaking at. The great John Maxwell, leadership guru, if you never read his books, you got to go read his books. He said the bottom line is that connecting is everything when it comes to communication. Connecting is everything. You can communicate, but not connect. Actually, that's the title of one of his books. It's right here next to my desk. Everyone communicates, few connect. Like, you can be an unhealthy communicator, spew out the information, dump out tons and tons and tons to your audience or your team or whatever. They may not connect with it at all. And so the reality is we want to go through and help you understand why you should communicate in a healthy way, not an unhealthy way, and how the difference is between with or at. And so this is pretty huge. Before we do that, though, I want to be able to dive into a couple of different communication styles. Now, these are the upfront communication styles. I'm going to give you 4 of them. I actually found them from Jeff Henderson. He's an absolutely incredible communicator. I think he's just top notch. Look him up. He does incredibly great stuff. But if you understand how you're wired to communicate, it really will help you in the long run. Jeff Henderson actually said this: the goal isn't to become someone else. You need to leverage your voice. You need to leverage your voice. And that's what Speak Like a Leader is helping you do. Like, if you buy the course, if you dive into it, or you're watching these training videos, like, it really does help you leverage your voice. Okay, so let's go through the 4 different types of voices when it comes to our upfront communication. The first one is the motivator. Motivator, right? You get people to spring into action. Like, you just like walk into a situation, you're like, let's do it. Here we go. Sometimes the weakness, though, is sometimes you lack content or context. You lead with emotion, you pump up a crowd. I mean, these kind of people are diplomatic. They value people's thoughts and feelings. They prioritize relationships. Like, you communicate in a way. Okay, so motivator, is that you? And in the course, Speak Like a Leader, we dive deep into each of these, so you're able to figure them out a little bit more. Second one's a storyteller. Storyteller. Do you love to tell stories? Does things wrap around? People are glued to you when you speak because you take them on a journey with your stories. Donna Miller says the human brain longs for story. We did a whole series on the Speak with People podcast back in the fall of 2023 called How to Tell a Really Good Story. And we'll link it in the show notes. But if you missed it, we interviewed some of the top-notch authors and storytellers in the country. Paul Smith, who wrote Sell with a Story. Matthew Dix, who wrote Storyworthy. We just had some, Phil Cook. Lori Robertson had some amazing authors and writers. But a storyteller, you take people on a journey. Sometimes the weakness is you don't really know where that journey is going because maybe it's kind of all over the place. But we got a motivator, we got a storyteller. 3, you've got a teacher. You got a teacher. Like, these people, this kind of teacher opens up people's eyes to the truths they've never seen before. Like, they just could never imagine that was going to happen. Like, they're just blown away by it. And they're able to take data, they're able to take text, they're able to take whatever they're teaching and just bring it home. And then the last one is a visionary. A visionary. They can build excitement. They can paint a picture of what can be. You know, they're like casting vision for something that's going to happen that's not even happened yet. And it's really, really powerful. So I wonder, which one are you? Are you the motivator? Are you the storyteller? Are you the teacher? Are you the visionary? Because the reality is you got to just be you. I love this quote by the great Bruce Lee. He said, always be yourself and have faith in yourself. Do not go out and look for a successful personality and try to duplicate it. My friends, you got to be you. Part of speaking like a leader is just being able to stand up in front of people with a calmness. Your mouth isn't dry. The ums and the filler words aren't taking over. Your knees aren't locking. The sweat's not rolling. You're just able to get up in front and have a conversation with the audience like you're having a conversation over a cup of coffee. That's the powerful part of this. So, a few reminders to you. Just be you. Be authentic. Be transparent. We had a guest on the podcast a few weeks ago Damian Gerke. We'll link that in the notes down there in YouTube. But he said, you are the only you that has ever been born. You're the only you that will ever be born. That's how unique you are. That's how special you are. So be you. Good speakers don't see themselves, as someone that they're not. Just stop comparing yourself. Stop trying to be someone else. Let go of the voices in your head. Vanessa Van Edwards, who wrote, right behind me, there's a book. I don't know if I can point to it. Anyways, it's called Cues. You got to buy this book. It's incredible. But she talks about how there's these voices called gremlins. And they tell you that you're not smart enough, you're not good enough, you're not talented enough. We all have them. We got to eradicate them so you can just be you. Dale Carnegie said, speakers who talk about what life has taught them never fail to keep the attention of their listeners. Just be you. Just be you. Just a powerful thing. Okay, so the next video, we're going to dive deep into what does speaking with and speaking at look like. But right now, I wanted to be able to give you the 4 basic types of communication styles, and you could start to decide which one you are. Now, if you go and buy the course, speakwithpeople.com/speaklikealeader. Inside this module in the course, you're going to find resources to help you double down and figure out which one you are, and then lean into those strengths. All right. I'm excited for what's happening. Hey, if this is helpful, would you email me, jason@speakwithpeople.com, jason@speakwithpeople.com, or would you leave a comment? Would you do something? Just let me know if this is helpful. Let me know if this is starting to click, if things are starting to happen for you. All right. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks.